Peace and blessings. This is your girl Naya here. And this is a client reading. Of course, you guys know that the clients stay anonymous. But basically, the question being asked here is, should I proceed with this interview as booked this month? So I'm going to do my typical kind of go-to spread here. I mean, this is a pretty straightforward question, I feel like, as far as it goes. So as I shuffle, go ahead and just breathe with me, focus on the question. Oh, we have jumpers. And they fell sideways, but they're notable. But that's also indicative of me to stop. I'm gonna put that in the frame. So I stop. Should I proceed with the interview booked for this month? So let's go ahead and do a straightforward. Wow. Yes. The straightforward answer is yes. Proceed with the interview. Because basically your answer is right here. I feel like if you go with the interview, the cards are suggesting, can you see this? Yeah, okay, perfect. The cards are suggesting, first and foremost, the answer you have here is the Chariot. And the Chariot is about moving forward, okay? Moving forward in that direction, or whatever that might be. In this case would be the interview. And the symbolism of the Sphinx, is like to know, to dare, to feel, and to keep silent, I believe is how the saying goes. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and go for it, but you don't want to tell everybody about it until it's all done, if that makes sense. Just so that it's like you're imbuing additional energy into the outcome that you want, I feel like. And I feel, though, also at the same time with the Ace of Coins being here, that it's the beginning of a potential for material gain, for resources, and what's the word I'm looking for? It's not riches. There's a word I'm looking for, like like an abundance with money. With money. Give me just 1 second to find the word I'm looking for. Lucrative, like going for it, has the potential to be lucrative for you. That there seems to be, and why would this be good? Like, one, I feel like it's going to bring you some sort of happiness, some kind of closure, an emotional thing that maybe it's something you've been working towards and for, and maybe, it's just something that would make you kind of content within yourself. And then with the Six of Pentacles coming out here, that there's going to be kind of an even exchange of energy and resources between you and the interviewer, and that perhaps going for it would bode well, as there'll be a nice exchange happening. Bring a good attitude to it, but definitely go for it, because that's what you asked. How should you proceed with it? Now, also what's notable is that we had these jumpers that came out. We have the Hierophant and the Page of Swords. So a lot of the times the Page of Swords talks to me about learning or being a student, and the Hierophant can be the teacher, or the old quote wisdom in the situation. So come at it still, in that even if you have a really good knowledge, but that bring it up that you're still hungry to learn, that you're still hungry to, that you want to be there. You know what I mean? Even if you have a really extensive knowledge of, which is probably why you even got the interview in the first place, right? But I think a lot of times when it comes to the interview side, people want to see that you're hungry for it, that you're not bored with it, that you want to, where do you where do you see yourself in 5 years doing this, or, where would you like to excel, and yada, yada. So keep that in mind, I would say. I feel like that's a bonus that the tarot kind of brings into you, as far as, going to this particular interview that you have scheduled already. Now, logic is present. There's a lot of heavy earth energy. Obviously, this seems to be more leaning towards career, or the workforce. There's emotions there. What's interesting is that what's lacking is the element of fire. So maybe that is what led you to ask the question. And all that's, lacking there. When I say what's lacking is fire, is kind of just like that vigor and that gusto, like almost like you're going through all of this process because it's like the most practical thing to do. You've invested emotionally into it. You've done the mental work, or the documentation, the paperwork, the schooling, and what have you, that kind of thing. And what's like is almost like that vigor, that hunger, which kind of came out with these combinations of these two cards. But I think that these two are showing the relation of what was lacking there and how to culminate it, So just, I don't know, just think on that as far as that goes. So I guess let's see if there's any advice that Lenormand has to say. By the way, the decks that I'm using is Pam's Vintage, and this is the Destroy Dondorf. So the next, I guess, would just be some advice for during the interview. Advice for during the interview. Okay, I know that probably looks a little bit messy and crazy, so I'll clear that up. All right, so advice. Do what you love, even if it's in small doses. Continue to keep fighting for the upgrading yourself and transitions, and all that. Keep on fighting the good fight for yourself, and kind of like that self-love aspect, but also in practical aspect of wanting to do better. I think we all want to do better, but the cards are suggesting to just keep on keeping on with that. And then if there are people in your ear that are putting doubts in your ear, you need to just cut them off. You need to just cut those people off, those people that are in your ear about stuff. And they're probably just putting little seeds, little things in your head, because you don't want other outside influences to block your, I'm sorry, you can't see that. You don't want those outside influences to block your blessings. You don't want to allow that to happen. You want to, keep that space, keep that space, and stay in your power. So the cards are saying that there's someone outside yourself that's in your ear, and you need to just, with a quickness, just cut them off, or not tell them. Like I think the tarot was saying, to just kind of be quiet a little bit about the interview, do what you have to do, and then talk about it after it's done. And just kind of build up that energy. But, and then let's see. And if you do what you love too, repetition will not feel so like sharp or exerting, you know, that the repetition of what you love it'll just come natural, it won't feel like anything nuts. And then we have yeah, I think I already said what I had to say in regards to like the advice here, but just keep doing what you love. The person that's in your ear is somebody that's close to you. And I'm not saying to cut them out of your whole life, but just cut them out this situation for the moment. Don't talk about it. Just zip it. Build up that momentum, that power, focus on the interview and your intentions of why you even applied in the first place, and like ride that wave. The cards are looking really good in terms of going to the interview and what that outcome of that interview is going to be like. So thank you for allowing me to read for you. I really appreciate it. Please let me know if you have any questions, or you could just hit me up if you have any additional follow-up questions. Again, thank you for allowing me to read for you. Much love, many blessings, and good luck. Peace.